Cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, so I've laid everything out on my bed, and I've taken the background fabric and laid it so I can kind of figure out how to do it behind. And took the remnant that I had and folded it in quarters. I think what I'm going to do is just cut it in that big of a piece. What is that, 5 inches maybe? Normally you need to wash your fabric and yeah, pre-wash it and iron it, but I'm too lazy for that, so I don't think I'm going to. Good idea?
Yep.
Okay. And then I think this isn't going to fit quite right. I'm going to sew this little strip to here, so it's a little bit bigger, and I'm going to put little corners. I'm going to have to do something different in the corners. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but it'll be awesome. And then I'm just going to tie it, not on a frame. I'm just going to tie it like on the table, because some people don't have frames.
On Ivy.
Vlog you. You're so silly. Okay, we're back quilting again, and I've made a little sandwich basically with the top of my quilt, the batting, and then I've got a underneath layer that's this blue. So, and I've set them out here on the table because I don't have my quilting frames, because my mom has a pair or a set, but I'm just not going to use those. So, and then Rini is going to vlog me, right? Okay. Okay, so I just have regular yarn on my needle, and I've actually gone around the whole edge of the quilt at about 8-inch intervals. Can you see me? Okay.
You want me to show the quilt?
Yeah, show the quilt. Okay, 8-inch intervals, and I'm making these little ties, and I'm going to cut them, like, look at this one right here. I'm going to cut them about 1 inch strings. Okay, so I'm going to come, I don't have it marked. It's really nice to mark it, actually. I just got cracker crumbs on my quilt. So I'm going to come up here and kind of estimate where this should be. So I'm going to put one right here. So to tie it, you just go in, and I'm going to go underneath just to make sure it gets through. Just take a little tiny stitch. And it really is better to do this on a frame, but like I don't have one. And this is really hard to pull through. Okay, and I've got my yarn doubled, see, and this is some yarn that Rini so graciously let me use. Now I'm going to tie a square knot, so I'm going to go left over right and tie, and right over left and tie. Very good, little knot boy. Okay, and then you can do another one without taking your yarn off. So I'm just going to estimate. It's better to mark it, but I'm not going to because I'm too lazy. I'm going to estimate that I need one about right here. So I'm just going to take another little nip. Sometimes you need a pair of rubber gloves or something to help you pull this through. Okay, we just got a full camcorder, so I don't know what I was talking about.
You said in this situation.
In this situation, I don't remember what I should have gone back to it. Okay, in this situation, we don't have to do it the same way. You can still do a square knot. You go, like you keep your loop on the left-hand side. I can do this one with one hand. Look how awesome. And then you go in, and then you make your loop on the right-hand side. I'm watching through the screen here. And you go like that. So if you had a longer string, if your little sister hadn't cut your yarn into little tiny pieces.
Not my fault.
Well, no, not you didn't do it. A little Muffy did. Anyway, but it's anyway, so that's gonna be good. I think I'm going to do 8-inch intervals, and then I'm gonna do one in the middle too. So, and if I, yes, you can have some ice cream. And anyway, then I'm gonna finish the edge. So I did have a problem where I didn't have enough fabric right here on these corners, so I'm gonna go to town and buy some more and piece it in there. It'll be fine. They'll just be some little squares. Yes, we're going to town. Are you excited about town? She wants to buy duct tape.
And stuff for sewing for you.
And for sewing. Okay, I finished tying the whole thing. I even tied some on the blue strips here. And I had to patch in a few little pieces. There's one right here, and there's one little piece up here because I ran out of fabric. And I don't think they look too bad. And then I also trimmed off the excess batting, but I'm going to leave this back a little bit longer. And then it's time to start making picots and sewing them on. Okay, for my little picots, I've cut some 5-inch squares of fabric, folded them in half, ironed, folded them in half again, and ironed them. And so this is what the picots look like on the edge. I just started in one corner. See, so it should lay down really well. I think it'll look really nice. And they just kind of overlap like that. So I just sewed them to the back there, or to the front. It's the front actually. And then I will turn it over like that. And then the other side, I'll just hem that under. If I'm doing it right, I would probably hand stitch it, but I think I'll be able to pull it off just with the sewing machine. So there you go. There it is. I finally finished it. I say finally because it took a couple of days to get it bound. let's see, I went around the edge of the picots twice with my sewing machine just to make sure they're really secure. And then I ended up stitching it by hand. All these little teeny tiny little stitches. That's why it took such a long time. And these corners I had to kind of weasel them in there. I don't know, ease them in there, I guess I should say. Maybe it turned out pretty good, and I think the baby will love it, and will love it. And I'm just glad I got it done. So thanks for watching.